Almost a month ago, this movie Civil War actually had its world premiere at South by Southwest, and there it received a lot of positive reviews. A lot of people were talking good about the movie, and a lot of people were kind of hyping up the movie. So that naturally caught my attention, and it got me excited to watch this movie. So the movie is set in a future America where America is under the influence of Civil War. It's a war-torn America, and literally the name of the movie is Civil War. But we actually follow the story of a group of journalists whose sole aim in this movie is to reach DC and meet the president of the USA and interview him. So now they actually plan a road trip to reach him, and like every other road trip movie, the road trip actually teaches a lot of things to our characters, and it actually becomes a life-changing road trip. But then something happens and something just keeps happening. I mean, bad things just keep happening one after the other. I mean, for a moment you'll get a nice laughter, but at the second moment you'll get brutal horror. I mean, the movie actually delivers the punches of horror, the punches of the reality of this war. Time and again, this movie constantly injects with some of the horrors of the war, and those scenes are really intense. I mean, a particular scene with Jesse Plemons, it was quite shocking to see, and yeah, I would just leave it at that. It was quite shocking to see, and that was just one of the examples of all the scenes. And the movie does a very fine job of not telling the audience that why this war actually broke out. I mean, the fundamentals of the war and all the intricate details of the war are not quite explained, and I think that wasn't the aim of the movie anyway. And this movie, by the way, is quite slow in nature. Then I want to talk about performances. Kirsten Dunst actually shines throughout the movie. She is this stern woman who has seen every side of the war. I mean, she has literally faced the war firsthand, and she knows what it feels to see people get killed, because she is the photographer. She actually clicks pictures of people dying and people killing. So she has seen everything. She has those nerves of steel, and she is quite, stern about her nature. But then in the movie later on, she has this mental breakdown. I mean, emotional breakdown. She has this huge emotional breakdown, and the movie actually does a bit of cool things with the music. I mean, there's a scene with war and people are just killing each other, but in the background we have this cool sounding music which really makes that scene a bit cool to watch. Now let's talk about the war sequences. Every war sequence was shot very beautifully. Very gruesome and very intense scenes were shown as well, and that's what you expect in a movie talking about war, isn't it? But at the end of the movie, one WTF moment happened for me. When you watch the movie, you'll get it. Kirsten Dunst does a certain thing to a certain character, but she could have just pushed the character and just fallen off on the side. But instead, she pushes the character and just stays still. I just didn't get that scene. You'll know when you watch the movie. I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed spending time with them. I enjoyed how they were facing the horrors of the war. I enjoyed the movie. So that's all I want to talk about in this video, and you can check out some of the videos on my channel as well. And as always, thank you so much for watching.